Are you thinking about retiring early? It sounds amazing, doesn't it? No alarm clock, no office, no boss. But before you take that leap, let me tell you a few things you must know. Retiring early isn't just about money. It's about your mindset, it's about planning, and it's about preparing for a whole new lifestyle. Let's break it down. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Subscribe to the channel so you'll be informed of all the things that's going on in retirement, frugal living, and just having a healthy lifestyle. Today we're going to be talking about the reality and what you should know before retiring early. In the beginning, when you first retire, it's a wonderful feeling. It's like, whoo, no more job, no more co-workers, no more bosses, no more time clocks. It's an amazing feeling. I have to say it is an amazing feeling. But after a few months, that vacation vibe, it kind of fades away. And without planning, your days can be long and empty. And even a little lonely. You'll need to structure and purpose your life for things to look forward to. Otherwise, retirement can get boring real fast. So before I retired, I was doing YouTube. And I thank God for me doing YouTube, because if I hadn't been doing YouTube, I would have been lost. I would have been so lost, not knowing what to do, not having anything to plan for to give me happiness. So make sure when you think about retiring early, you have planned something to keep you busy, to give you some structure in your life, and make sure you're finding something to do that really, really makes you feel good. Now here's the truth. If you retire early, your money has to last longer. Healthcare costs, inflation, and emergencies don't stop when you stop working. They still come along. You still need to go to your doctor, and you still have to pay your insurance. And a budget isn't an option. It's essential to being retired. You have to have some form of budget, or you will blow through your money. Think about things like Social Security. Will that be enough? If you retire early and take early Social Security, they're going to give you, they're going to give you about 70% of what you would get if you took full retirement. So you have to be aware of that. Can you live without that extra 30% of your income if you retire early? Should you pick up a part-time job? Now, I talked to a lady the other week. She was in her late 60s. She had retired. She told me she retired, but she got bored. And so she got her a part-time job, and that makes her feel like, she's still in the real world or whatever. But, if emergencies come up, do you really have a safety cushion for those unexpected things that happen, in an emergency? When you're younger, you don't really think about your health. Point blank, period. Some people do. Some people get fanatical about it in their early years. Some people wait until something happens to them, then they start working on their health. But by then, it's like, you really got to work. But you start, really focusing on your health. So as you get older, and you're thinking about early retirement, of course you want to be in the best health you can be in, but sometimes you take early retirement because of your health, because you're not as energized or strong or healthy as you used to be, and so you have to take early retirement for issues that you never had when you were younger. And you start wanting to focus on exercise and eating better. And that's me, because I never thought about eating good or exercise when I was younger. I never used to exercise. It never really crossed my mind. I don't think I started exercising until I got in my 40s. But you really have to make sure you go to your doctor regularly, and that's where you have to have health insurance. And sometimes that health insurance is costly when you pay out of pocket. The truth is, if you don't have health, if you don't have good health, or your health, it's hard to enjoy retirement. If you're aching and pain, depressed, that can be kind of difficult to even enjoy retirement. For a lot of people, work isn't just a paycheck. It's who they are. If you're a manager of something, CEO and all of that, up higher in the totem pole, that's who you are. And then you take early retirement and it's gone. It's like, now who am I? Who am I without my career? But in life, you have to find meaning for what it is you want out of life, whether it's traveling, being around your family, or even sometimes you may want to just volunteer or start a project. Maybe there's a project you wanted to work on all your life, you just never had the time. Well, take early retirement and you can work on that project. But having a purpose is what really makes early retirement fulfilling. Early retirement doesn't just affect you, it affects your spouse, your family, your friends. Because if you're married and your spouse is still working, now you're spending more time together, and you really have to set some boundaries on how you want your relationship to be. Whether it's you start working part-time or whatever, but you have to really find ways to enjoy your relationships, whether it's family, friends, or your spouse. The happiest retirees I've met are those who have a passion for what they're doing, whether it's in a book club or learning a new technology. But growing is definitely a plus when you're looking at early retirement. You don't want to just retire and then just become a pillow on the couch where you're just doing nothing but staring at the TV all day, or becoming very lethargic where you just feel like you have nothing to live for. That's not the purpose of early retirement. You have to have something in place when you retire early. Take up a new hobby. Learn how to play the piano, the guitar, the organ, the trumpet, the horn. Learn music. Learn, if you feel like you are bored, learn something. YouTube is a place where you can learn anything you need to learn, how to read music, how to act, any of that. But just remember, when you retire, it's not the end of growth. It's just the start of a new type of lifestyle. You have to be able to have something that you really, really enjoy doing, because a lot of people, they retire early because their job was causing them pain, depression, because of the type of work they were doing. So early retirement, they feel like it's freedom to them. But it's a freedom from what you left. But now, because you have all this freedom, you have to find something to do. So these are some of the things that you need to think about before you take early retirement. I hope these are some things I've given you to think about that may make you really think about taking early retirement. If this is a video that you found very helpful, hit the like button, share the video, leave me a comment, and definitely subscribe to my channel so you'll get more information on retirement, frugal living, and healthy living. And like I say, find a reason in life that keeps you going. Don't just get stagnant and stop living. All right, you guys take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. Love you. Mwah.